The Anti-Corruption Commission was established 5 years ago with a mission to investigate allegations of corruption. The director of the Anti-Corruption Commission, Paulus Noah, pointed out that ACC does not have the powers of prosecution, but instead passes on evidence to the Prosecutor General if there is evidence a corrupt act has taken place.
There are certain matters that happened prior to the coming into operation of the Anti-Corruption Act, which in terms of the law, unfortunately cannot be investigated by the Anti-Corruption Commission because the Act does not have retrospective power. And we are an entity that is created by the law, meaning that we cannot break the law of the country if we start pursuing those cases that are not falling within our mandate.
So far, the ACC boasts of 38 successful prosecutions since it was established. And while this seems a relatively low figure for 5 years' work, Noah added that it must be noted that the wheels of justice grid very slowly in Namibia.
And when there is a decline to prosecute, in most of the cases that were referred to here, we then do not just keep the cases there. We refer then those cases to the relevant authority with recommendation that they should deal with these particular matters on administrative basis. But then, as you know, that is it all the institutions in this country that are taking administration actions against the culprits in this country? That's where the problem lies. Because if we are talking about fighting corruption is not only when somebody has been prosecuted in the criminal court of law, even when administrative actions are taken by the institution.
The Institute for Public Policy Research recommended that the ACC must introduce public education programs that will clearly explain how and on what grounds members of the public can report cases to the ACC.
So if we could reduce that through greater public education, that would help the ACC to operate more efficiently, to operate on real cases of corruption. And we also believe that the ACC, in its public education, which you can't really do with 4 people, but if it's got an expanded public education program, it should be targeting the corruption weak spots, so some of which we've tried to identify in this anti-corruption program, principally procurement, the construction industry, perhaps even focusing on education on certain ministries that might be seen as prone to corruption.
The Anti-Corruption Commission is fully authorized by the law to investigate alleged corrupt practices of all people and organizations across the country.